Welcome, everybody, to the August edition of Behind the Lines. We're excited to be here.
Yes, welcome back.
As always, our CEO, Brian Clark. I'm John Turner, David Kilpatrick behind the scenes, and we've got our safety coordinator, Joe Miller, with us today.
Welcome,
Nice
Joe.
to be here. Good to be here.
Joe's keeping us safe, right?
We are doing our best.
Good.
Yep, that's
And
right.
that is a more than full-time job with the
It
things that we
is.
do.
Absolutely. Yep.
So August is an interesting time of year. School starts,
Yes.
farmers are finishing up most of their crops, and it's time to start bringing that in. And that's why we brought Joe in today, because it's a good time to remind everybody about harvest-related
Yep.
safety.
Absolutely.
That's a big deal around here.
It is a big deal. We have a lot of farms and a lot of farm equipment on the roads and around our power lines every day. Yep. We can never talk too much about harvest safety and farmers and the things they do for us. We appreciate all they do for us, but we want to keep everybody safe.
And farm equipment's like cars and trucks. They're not getting smaller, they're getting bigger, right?
They're getting bigger. They are, and in fact, most of the harvesting equipment is the larger stuff, and they run off GPS a lot and self-guided a lot of times, so they don't know where all the power lines are and the poles and guys and things, and so we have to really do our work to keep them marked and identified and try
Yes,
to help
sir.
as best we can to make the farmers be aware of where things are at.
So what are the biggest things that folks out there harvesting right now or this fall need to think about as far as power lines?
Oh, that would be the height and where the power lines are located. I mean, you may be helping another farmer that you're not used to that area, so take the opportunity to sort of look around and get your bearings of where everything's at before you start, and the height of your machines. It's good to check those heights and make sure that they're the right height and according to our power lines. And in fact, now that since we got fiber installed, that's putting it just 10 inches below where we normally were. So look for things that's out of sag. Things can go wrong on our system, and they do. And if things doesn't look right or out of sag or whatever, then give us a call and let us come out there and help you out.
Yeah, we're more willing to come out there and look at it and see if it's too low. We'll resag it if we need to. And also, guy wires are issues, right? When moving
Guy wires are a big issue. If you see one that doesn't have the proper markings on it, then give us a call and let us know. We'll be more than glad to go out and put the right guards on and give you identification markings where you can see them a little better.
So it's mostly about situational awareness then.
Yes.
You want to, and especially because we've changed some stuff, you might have been farming a piece of land for the last 10 years and you're used to the clearance and all the rest of that stuff, but there may be fiber up there
Yeah,
now.
it may have changed.
That's right. So
And we're blessed to live in a part of the country we have so much farming community, right?
Right.
We live in a beautiful part of the country. It seems like most fields have a power line crossing them, right? And I can also see where if you're out bush hogging or planting or harvesting, you're focused on the crop in front of you and may not be so focused on what's above. So what's
Right.
the old slogan we used to have commercials on?
Look up and live.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you keep in mind back when those power lines were built, which we're 80-something plus years now, they took the shortest route.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it was crossing fields and pastures and things to try to get people electricity. So always, if you moving your augers and things around, you always want to take those to the lowest setting before you get ready to transport them and set them back up in different locations. So that's just stuff to keep in mind.
yeah, it takes a little more time, but it's better a little time than an accident, right?
Yes.
A lot of time in harvest time, they're working close to dusk or low light conditions.
It's a good point.
And it makes it hard to see power lines if you're not sort of used to them being there. So
Yep. So please take your time on farms, look around, because not only could it tear up your equipment, our power lines, but you could also be hurt. So please be careful.
That's right.
most of our lines are not insulated. So
Yeah.
a lot of people think they have some kind of insulation value to them, but most of them are just bare conductors. So
That's right.
yep.
If it's live, it's deadly.
Correct. And you know, we're on the cusp of dove season a couple of weeks out. So
We are.
just a public service announcement. Please don't shoot birds off power lines or fiber optic lines, because it could cause significant and costly damages.
That's right. And it'll take your internet out. You don't want that. So.
Right.
And we're closing in on a big safety milestone, aren't we?
We are. The next couple of months, we should be crossing 500,000 hours without,
Man, isn't that amazing?
without a lost time accident.
500,000 hours.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Man, the employees are doing a great job.
They are
aren't
doing a great job. It takes us all, and I appreciate to everyone looking after each other.
I'm looking forward to the other 500,000 so we can
Absolutely.
get to 1 million.
That's it. Yep, that's it.
Takes time, but we're going to get there, buddy.
We're going to get there. That's right.
Well, Joe, we appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for those tips. And as
Absolutely.
he said, look up and live.
Amen.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to wrap this up.
The rush to harvest can reap grim results, like electrocution. Failure to use proper safety precautions results in many unnecessary farm accidents and deaths each year. Remember, pay attention to power lines when setting up and moving farm equipment, such as cotton pickers or combines. It only takes a split second for an injury or death to occur. And it only takes a split second to look up and live. An important safety message from 4 County Electric Power Association.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
We got just a couple of things to talk about real quick
Yep.
before we
Good
wrap
news.
up. Good, very good news. So let's talk about broadband. All kinds of stuff happening in broadband right now.
Yeah, Don, it's still hard to believe that 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, we started. Hadn't even been 2 years yet.
Nope.
And we've hung 2,500 miles of line. We have 6,300 customers hooked up. We're growing weekly. Lakeside OLT's lit. Waverly's lit. And soon we'll be on the east side of the Tom Bigby River over in
right.
Lowndes County.
So we're hoping that by mid-September that we'll be hooking folks up there. And so it's going. And we know, so the most frustrating thing that we hear from new customers is the wait time between when we get into an area and when they can actually get service. And it's just, we apologize. We've got so many folks who want it. We can only do so many in a day and so many in a week. And, you know, if we could wave that magic wand,
Yes.
we'd do it.
So we said from the get-go, back when we were trying to make the decision to get into broadband, we just asked for your patience. We still ask for your patience because we're basically rebuilding our whole electrical footprint in a very short amount of time. So it takes time and to build this out. Everybody can't get hooked up at once, but we're coming. And I promise you're going to be very satisfied with the customer service experience. You'll be able to reach out to us. I encourage you to go online if you hadn't already and told us that you want the service. A lot of people aren't aware that that's how we're reaching out to people, one very important way. And you can always call us.
That's right. So it's 1-800-431-1544 to call us, or www.4fastnet.com to go on and see when we might be coming to your area, and go ahead and fill out a web request and let us know that you want it. You know, it's a good problem to have in the
Yes.
sense that we've got our take rate. I'm going to let you talk about that real quick for just a second, kind of update folks on that. But so many people want the service. That's where we get bogged down. You know, if we were moving real fast because we only had a few people that wanted it, that wouldn't be good. But
Yeah.
for all the right reasons,
Yes.
it's taken some time to install folks.
I think that's a testament to the history of 4 County and the brand and the image, the employees, the board of directors, the members. They know that when you reach out to us, you're going to get a straight up answer, and we're going to be honest, and we're going to take care of you. So I look forward to serving all of you. So just hang on, let us know, and we are coming. It's just a matter of time.
Yep. All right, and some more good news. We
Yes.
talked last month and the month prior about the fuel cost adjustment
Yes.
and how it had gone up, and that in combination with extremely hot temperatures had bills through the roof. There's
Yep.
no other way to put it. For the last couple months, we've been talking to folks nonstop about why their bill is higher this year, and everybody's is.
Oh,
whether
yeah,
you
my
use
bill was
more or
high.
not.
Whew.
You could have actually used a little less electricity in the last couple months and had a higher
Still
bill.
had a much higher bill.
That's right.
Yeah.
So-
So recap real quick, and if you didn't see the last podcast, we buy our power 100% from TVA, and part of that cost to us and to our members is the fuel cost component, and it's not fuel for vehicles; it's fuel to generate power, natural gas, nuclear, hydro, solar, and what little part they have to go out on the market and buy. And we all know that natural gas tripled in price, right? That's the driving factor of why fuel costs went up. So your most recent electric bill was higher than you typically see. But as John's saying, relief is coming. It's going to drop back down in
That's
the
right.
next month.
It's dropping down in September, and then TVA forecasts that it will continue to drop down and get back to the levels that we're comfortable with or used to come late fall.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. But in the meantime, of course, the things that you can do to mitigate this is just try to do your best to use a little less power. It's not going to stop everything, but it will keep it from being crazy high. But we've got some tips. You can call us. We'll be happy to talk to you. You can go on our website at the 4-county side to look at those things, to use some energy calculators to find out what's using what, so you can kind of get a better idea of what you might need to back off on.
Yeah. But from the financial component, we're giving you a little bit of relief, right?
That's exactly right.
Through the pandemic recovery credit, which TVA offers to co-ops, and we have made the decision to pass that on to all of our members and not keep it at the business level. So on all of your bills, you should see a credit for pandemic recovery relief, which equates to about 2.5%.
Which is very nice, and that helps mitigate some of the fuel cost adjustment. So just like we have to pass the fuel cost adjustment through to our members, we are also passing through this pandemic recovery credit to the members.
And the reason we're able to do that is, for those of you that aren't real familiar with the intricacies of running an electric co-op, it's a lot of fine-tuned moving parts, but your co-op is in excellent shape, your system's in excellent shape, the employees spend a lot of time maintaining right-of-way, engineering load. You have a better than average co-op. Because of that, we've made good financial decisions and we're able to give this credit back to customers. You haven't been overcharged. It's just that we're doing the things every day to run a business the way it should be. So when we can lower bills, we will.
That's right. So financially, good news. And actually, the temperatures this month have been much more pleasant, especially the last week or so.
It's been nice and cool a little bit more,
so
other
that
than
helps
ragweed
too.
tearing us all up.
So things are looking good.
Yes,
Broadband's moving ahead full force. We're just asking everybody, especially our farmers out there, to be safe during this harvest season. And I guess that'll do it for this month.
That's it. God loves you, and have a great day.